Okay, welcome. This is the final look, so let's get started. Okay, you would probably want to get some wine bottles to do this look. However, I am a non drinker and I do not have wine at my house. I did find these coolers that were down in the basement. They must have been down there at least 7 years because they were there before I stopped drinking. So that's what I'm going to use. The first thing I'm going to do is empty the bottles and get the labels off. So, cheers. If you find that you have sticky residue left, you can use some 100% acetone to get the residue off. You can also use Gooby Gone that they sell at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using a permanent marker to kind of make a diagram of where I want my grapes at. Okay, now it's time to build my design. So I took my glue gun and started making grapes following the design that I had drawn on the bottom. However, the glue was running and so the grapes were not perfectly round. I did continue and finish the first layer of grapes. Since I did not like the way the grapes were turning out by making them on the bottle, some of them ran together so it looked like a big glob. However, it will work. I decided to make my grapes on my Teflon sheet. So I just made little circles on my Teflon sheet with the hot glue. I made different sizes and I allowed them to dry prior to putting them on the bottle. The way I did it was just pressing down, letting the glue seep out, and then kind of twisting the glue gun so I won't have that many glue strings when I finish. And then I allowed them to dry. Once they are dry, all you do is pop them off of the Teflon sheet. You can also use a silicone sheet, they will not stick. Okay, now I'm going to begin to place my grapes. I'm making sure that I grab the ones that are most round, ensuring when I place them I am covering the misshapen edges of the first layer. And I just place them all over using hot glue. Okay, this is what we have. You'll notice that I've made sure that I covered that first layer, making sure that I cover the edges where it was not shaped round at. Now it's time to decorate. Hey, I'm Steph. Just a short interruption to tell you thank you for watching my video. I hope that you are enjoying it. For my returners, welcome back. For those of you that are new and this is your first time, I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't let my country voice turn you off because I do some good stuff. Okay, see you later. Subscribe, follow, bell. Okay, I decided to make a leaf and I used one of my silicone molds. I filled it with hot glue, let it set, then I just painted. I used some apple barrel, some brown and some green, mixed them together, put the brown down the vein, and just blotted it out with the green. And this is my leaf. Okay, Hurricane Idalia says, I think it's Idalia, says spray paint is not possible, so I'm using acrylic paint. I'm going to use this black. I started with a sponge brush. Put down a good first layer. Once I got that layer down, I came back with a paintbrush so that I can get in between the grapes. I allowed that layer to dry completely, then put on a second layer. So I did 2 layers of the black paint. I made sure I let the layer dry, the first layer dry completely before I started the second layer. To me, it just makes it look better. If it's not completely dry, you have a chance of messing up that first coat. So I let it dry completely before I started the second coat. Okay, so we're in the home stretch. I decided to add a pop of color. I have 2 shades of purple, so I'm gonna add them, just dotting them in different spots. That way it won't show really, really dark, but when the light hits it, you'll be able to see the color. Okay, next I'm gonna add some gold leaf. Well, not gold because one of the colors is purple. But I'm going to add some of this gilding leafing on here. And I'm just using the paint because the paint is still wet. So I'm putting it on while the paint wet. And I'm going to allow it to dry completely. The grapes and the bottle because I don't want it to stick to the bottle. So I'm just going to allow it to dry completely before I take off the excess gilding. Okay, once I make sure everything is completely dry, I'm going to take this Dollar Tree makeup brush and I'm going to brush off all the excess gilding, making sure I get down in the crevices and get it all out. Also, make sure any part that get on the bottle, I'm going to brush that off too because the bottle is completely dry, so it'll brush right off. To finish it off, I decided to add a gold stem, and the gold stem is just some hot glue that I put some gold leaf on. To complete the final look, I ended up pairing the bottle with a small vase from the Dollar Tree that I put some hot glue flowers on. And here we have the final look. I hope you enjoy it.
When somebody says your name, in my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Try to stand, but my knees go weak. What's happening to me? In the dark, can you tell me what it means? I lay my head on my pillow, staring out the window.